Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. And well, today I was going to talk about guns and the need for some sort of change to gun laws, because in the last week we had 18 people killed with high-capacity weapons that were bought within that same week, and the one in Georgia was purchased the same day. Jesus Christ, even Amazon takes a day to get me toilet paper. But you can get an AR-15 today. Make sure when you come in, you're really pissed, though.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday! Angry white men and guns. All day, Sunday. After church, come get some guns. After watching sports all day, come get your guns. Wife giving you back talk, get your guns. Guns, guns, guns. Angry white guys. Gun Emporium. No ID or mask required. America.
Now, because this podcast has talked about guns and the senseless deaths of Americans and has proven over and over and over that gun laws work worldwide, guns aren't cars or knives, the AR-15 was designed as a weapon of war. Good guy with the gun is an incel bullshit jerk-off fantasy, and the NRA is full of craven liars who used members' donation money to pay for private jets, and then they spent a lot of it trying to polish this turd. When it comes to guns, I think we here at the Armageddon Update have covered it. So instead of going over that again for the 230th time, let's talk about a real president. Today was Joe Biden's first press conference, and he came apart like a bird flying into a windmill. I mean, Biden stumbled and bumbled through that press conference as if he was drunk on tequila and heroin. Here's a sample.
No leader can be sustained in his position or her position unless they represent the values of the country.
You know, after the last 4 years of having a man who said we should nuke hurricanes, inject disinfectant, and that windmills cause cancer?
If you have a windmill anywhere near your house, congratulations. Your house just went down 75% in value. And they say the noise causes cancer.
To have this guy Biden, a man who not only knows the facts and the stats, but at one point was giving so much information that he had to stop himself.
So we're building back up the capacity that should have been maintained and built upon, that Trump dismantled. And the other thing we're doing, I might add, am I giving you too long an answer? Because if you don't want the detail, maybe I'll stop there.
He was like, yeah, sorry, I got so much information in my skull as the president that I can see you fading away, kind of like in the Matrix.
5,000 beds in the Texas building border. Back, for example, up the capacity. I use all the resources available. The other thing we're doing, I might add.
Sorry, I'm not talking about emails or using a Sharpie to lie about the weather or lying about my taxes, but you know what? I can't, because I got a country to fucking dig out again. My favorite part was when Caitlin Collins asked him about the 2024 election. It was as if Jeff Dunham's Walter had been elected as the most powerful man in the world, and he was bringing it. Get off my lawn style.
I'm a great respecter of fate. I've never been able to plan 3.5 years ahead for certain.
And if you do run, will Vice President Harris be on your ticket?
I would fully expect that to be the case. She's doing a great job.
And to all of you who claim that Joe Biden has dementia or is fading, let me clear it up. He popped off so many statistics today and had so many clear, concise, truthful, and factual statements that it made me think, oh my God, I can start listening to music again. Because shit, for 4 years, I paid Apple Music, but I couldn't have turned away from the dumpster fire apocalypse that Sweet Potato Hitler and the cluster Trump administration trotted out on a daily basis. But today, we got reminded what it was like to have a president, a man who gives a flying rat's ass about this country and the people in it. So whether you voted for him or not, I want you to watch this.
Regarding the filibuster, at John Lewis's funeral, President Barack Obama said he believed the filibuster was a relic of the Jim Crow era. Do you agree?
Yes.
If not, why not abolish it if it's a relic of the Jim Crow era?
Successful electoral politics is the art of the possible. Let's figure out how we can get this done and move in the direction of significantly changing the abuse of even the filibuster rule first. It's been abused from the time it came into being by an extreme way in the last 20 years. Let's deal with the abuse first.
He riffed that. It's like an improv group decided it was going to be boring as hell. Like all improv groups. Greg Proops aside, because he's a genius. Exception proves the rule. So, to those of you that continue to think that Joe Biden is addled or has Alzheimer's or can't think straight, I give you this.
Did you move too quickly to roll back some of the executive orders of your predecessor?
First of all the policies that are underway were not helping at all. Did not slow up the amount of immigration and as many people coming. And rolling back the policies of separating children from their mothers, I make no apology for that. Rolling back the policies of remain in Mexico, sitting on the edge of the Rio Grande in a muddy circumstance with not enough to eat, I make no apologies for that. I make no apologies for ending programs that did not exist before Trump became president, that have an incredibly negative impact on the law, international law, as well as on human dignity. And so I make no apologies for that.
And then I give you this.
Are you worried that if you don't manage to pass voting rights legislation, that your party is going to lose seats and possibly lose control of the House and the Senate in 2022?
What I'm worried about is how un-American this whole initiative is. It's sick. It's sick. Deciding in some states that you cannot bring water to people standing in line, waiting to vote. Deciding that you're going to end voting at 5 o'clock when working people are just getting off work. Deciding that there will be no absentee ballots under the most rigid circumstances. It's all designed, and I'm going to spend my time doing three things. One, trying to figure out how to pass the legislation passed by the House, number one. Number two, educating the American public. The Republican voters I know find this despicable. Republican voters.
And if you still don't think that Joe Biden is your president, then please, I want you to stand firm on that. And don't cash that COVID relief check. Instead, send it to this guy. He's going to need it to pay for lawyers. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. And the fucker did it with a stutter.
We will, by my 100th day in office, have administered 200 million shots in people's arms.